Relax and let this gentle story carry you softly into sleep. Bluma and Zinnia, the dance of the seasons. This story is about the enduring friendship between a young girl, Bluebonnet, and a gnome named Zinnia, and their joy in the changing seasons of the magical glen they share. Once upon a time, in a quaint village surrounded by hills and valleys, there lived a young girl named Bluebonnet. She had hair as black as raven's feathers and eyes that sparkled like dew on spring mornings. In the woods beyond the village, there was a hidden glen where the flowers danced and the trees sang songs of old. The glen was home to a mischievous and kind-hearted gnome named Zinnia. She was no taller than Bluebonnet's knee, with a beard as silver as moonlight and eyes that gleamed with ancient wisdom. Bluebonnet and Zinnia had been friends for as long as they could remember, ever since Bluebonnet had stumbled upon the magical glen during a Midsummer's Day's Day exploration. Each season, the glen transformed in a magical way, changing colors and scents to mark the passage of time. Spring brought the explosion of pastel blossoms, filling the air with the fragrance of lilac and daffodil. Summer cloaked the glen in a lush green canopy, where woodland creatures played in the dappled shade. Hemlock tainted the trees in a symphony of red, orange, and gold, and the air was crisp with the scent of apples and cinnamon. Winter draped the glen in a blanket of snow, turning it into a serene wonderland of spark. Bluebonnet loved each season for its unique gifts, but winter held a special place in her heart. One crisp winter morning, Bluebonnet made her way to the glen to visit Zinnia. Her boots crunched softly on the snow-covered path, and her breath puffed out in white clouds. As she reached the glen, she saw Zinnia busy decorating a tiny pine tree with berries and bits of colorful thread. "Good morning, Zinnia," Bluebonnet called out, her voice ringing like a bell in the cold air. "Good morning, dear Bluebonnet," Zinnia replied, her face breaking into a warm smile. Isn't that a beautiful winter day?" Bluebonnet nodded eagerly. "It is there. I brought some honey cakes and hot cocoa to share." Zinnia's eyes twinkled with delight as they settled down on a soft blanket near the sparkling tree. They sipped on cocoa and nibbled on the sweet cakes, chatting about the changes each season brought to the glen. "Do you know, Bluebonnet," Zinnia said thoughtfully, "the seasons are like a dance, each one stepping in to take its turn while the others wait in the wings. I thought it's a reminder that change is a constant, and that each phase has its own beauty." Bluebonnet nodded. "I love how the glen changes, Zinnia. It's like a new world every few months." Zinnia's eyes softened. "I'm glad you see it that way. Life is full of cycles, and we can always find joy in the new and familiar." As they finished their cocoa, the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the snowy landscape. Bluebonnet and Zinnia stood up, brushing off bits of snow and packing up their things. "Thank you for the lovely afternoon, Zinnia," Bluebonnet said warmly. "Thank you, Bluebonnet, for your friendship and for appreciating the dance of the seasons with me," Zinnia replied. As Bluebonnet turned to leave, she looked back at the glen one last time. She felt a deep sense of peace, knowing that no matter how much things changed, the glen would always be there, ready to welcome her with the promise of new seasonal wonders. Here's another story to bring you closer to sleep. From Z and the Helpful Sprite Bluebell. This story is about a girl named Tansy, who with the help of a helpful sprite named Bluebell, finds inspiration to organize a village festival celebrating nature. In a quaint village nestled among rolling hills and blooming meadows, there lived a young girl named Tansy. One golden morning, Tansy set out on an adventure in the enchanted forest that bordered her village. The forest was a place of wonder, where the leaves whispered secrets and sunlight filtered through the canopy like liquid gold. As she wandered deeper into the forest, she heard a soft melody, the sound of a flute carried by the wind. Following the music, she came across a beautiful sprite named Bluebell, who was playing the flute with delicate fingers. Bluebell's eyes sparkled like the morning dew, and her wings shimmered in shades of azure and lavender. "Hello there," Bluebell greeted with a warm smile. "I'm Bluebell, the helpful sprite." Tansy, captivated by Bluebell's enchanting presence, responded, "I'm Tansy." "It's wonderful to meet you." Bluebell sensed a hint of sadness in Tansy's eyes and asked gently, "Is something troubling you, dear Tansy?" Tansy sighed softly. "I wish to do something special, something that will make a difference in my village, but I don't know where to start." With a twinkle in her eye, Bluebell replied, "Inspiration comes from the heart. Sometimes we just need a little help to find the right path." Bluebell took Tansy's hand and led her to a clearing where wildflowers bloomed in a riot of colors, and a crystal clear stream babbled nearby. "Close your eyes, Tansy, and listen to the world around you," Bluebell whispered. Tansy did as she was told, and as she listened, the sound of the stream, the whisper of the wind, and the chirping of birds filled her heart with peace and clarity. "The world is full of inspiration," Bluebell continued. "We just need to listen and follow our hearts." Opening her eyes, Tansy felt a newfound sense of purpose. She decided to organize a village festival celebrating nature, with music, dancing, and an emphasis on protecting their beautiful forest. With Bluebell's guidance, Tansy planned every detail, from arranging the village musicians to decorating the town square with wildflowers and lanterns. The villagers, inspired by Tansy's enthusiasm, joined in eagerly. The village filled with laughter, music, and the joyous spirit of togetherness. As twilight descended, Bluebell appeared one last time, her wings shimmering under the moon's glow. "Remember, Tansy, inspiration is all around us. Never stop seeking it," she said before disappearing into a swirl of light and magic. Tansy, her heart brimming with gratitude, knew she would never forget Bluebell's words. From that day on, Tansy looked to the world with curious eyes and an open heart, finding inspiration in even the smallest moments. Another gentle tale is ready to be shared. The reflection beneath the moonlit sky. This story is about Tansy, a young girl, and Zinnia, an elfin sprite, discovering the magic of reflections in a mystical pond under the light of the full moon. In a quaint village nestled between ancient forests and sprawling meadows, lived a young girl named Tansy. Tansy was known for her vivid imagination and the stories she spun about her forest friends, though few believed her tales. One autumn evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Tansy wandered into the forest with a heart full of wonder. The air was crisp, and the golden leaves crunched beneath her feet, creating a melody of their own. Amidst the old sycamores and whispering pines there existed a small, magical pond. It was said that under the light of the full moon, the pond's surface would reveal more than mere reflections. Tansy had visited the pond before, but tonight felt special. As she approached the water, she noticed the absence of wind, and the surface of the pond lay still as glass. The full moon began to rise, its luminous glow casting a silver light across the forest. Curious and expectant, Tansy sat by the pond's edge, her reflection mirrored perfectly on the calm surface. Moments passed, and then something extraordinary happened. Her reflection blurred and shimmered, and out of the water emerged a tiny, graceful creature with wings like autumn leaves. It was Zinnia, an autumn spray, her presence evoking the essence of fall. Zinnia's hair floated around her like tendrils of flame, her eyes sparkling with mischief and wisdom. Greetings, Tansy, Zinnia said with a voice that echoed like the gentlest breeze. Tansy's eyes widened in awe and delight. Fellow, Zinnia, is it really you? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. It is, Zinnia replied with a nod. I have come to show you the true magic of reflection. With a graceful wave of her hand, Zinnia commanded the pond's surface to ripple and transform. Tansy watched in wonder as the water revealed scenes of past autumns, each memory filled with laughter, warmth, and the beauty of change. There were moments of joyous harvests, cozy bonfires, and the simple, comforting presence of loved ones. The pond holds the reflections of all who gaze into it with open hearts, Zinnia explained. It shows the beauty within, and the connections we share. Tansy's heart swelled with gratitude and understanding. She realized that the stories and memories she cherished were real, woven from the same magic that danced in the shimmering leaves round her. As the night grew deeper, Zinnia told Tansy tales of the ancient trees, the spirits of the forest, and the cycles of nature. Tansy listened with rapt attention, feeling a profound sense of peace and belonging. Eventually, as the moon reached its zenith, Zinnia gently took Tansy's hand. It is time for you to return, but remember, the reflection of your heart will always guide you, she said softly. Tansy nodded, feeling the comforting warmth of Zinnia's words. She bid farewell to her magical friend and made her way back home, the light of the full moon guiding her path. On that night, Aunt Tansy carried the magic of reflection within her, sharing stories of wonder and wisdom with all who would listen, and forever treasuring her time with Zinnia beneath the moonlit sky. Another soothing tale is ready to be told. Bluebonnet and Narrated, The Stars Dance. This story is about Bluebonnet, a curious boy, and Marigold, a fire spirit, as they explore the tales and magic of the stars under a beautiful night sky. Once upon a serene night, under a sky blanketed with stars, a young human named Bluebonnet wandered through the meadow. He had an insatiable curiosity for the stars above and always wondered if they held secrets waiting to be discovered. As Bluebonnet meandered through the meadow, he felt a gentle warmth beside him. Turning, he saw a glowing figure, a fire spirit named Marigold. Marigold's radiance was soft yet powerful, illuminating the meadow with a golden hue. "Who art you?" Bluebonnet asked, his voice filled with awe. "I am Marigold," the fire spirit replied. "I guide the stars and ensure they shine bright every night." Bluebonnet's eyes widened with excitement. "Can you tell me about the stars?" Marigold smiled warmly. "Of course, my dear Bluebonnet. That each star has a story, a dream, or a memory from those who look upon them." The two walked together under the starlit sky, Marigold's glow casting shadows that danced with every step. "Do you see that constellation?" Marigold pointed with a soft beam of light. "It is the lion, symbolizing courage and strength. Its light has guided many travelers." Bluebonnet listened intently, marveling at the tales woven into the fabric of the sky. They continued their journey, with Marigold sharing stories of love, bravery, and wisdom hidden among the stars. As they reached the heart of the meadow, Marigold paused. "Would you like to see something special?" she asked. Bluebonnet nodded eagerly. Marigold raised her arms and whispered ancient words, causing the stars to twinkle and pulse in harmony. Suddenly, the stars began to descend, swirling around them in a dazzling display. Bluebonnet laughed with joy, reaching out to touch the luminous bodies. "This is the dance of the stars," Marigold explained. They danced to the songs of the universe, celebrating life and love. They watched in awe as the stars moved gracefully, creating patterns that seemed to tell stories of old. The meadow was alive with light and magic, making Bluebonnet feel a part of something grand and timeless. Eventually, the stars ascended back to their places in the sky, and the meadow returned to its tranquil state. Thank you, Marigold, Bluebonnet said softly. This has been an unforgettable night. Marigold smiled. Remember, Bluebonnet, the stars are always here to guide and inspire you. You just look up and you will find them. With that, the fire spirit faded into the night, leaving Bluebonnet with a heart full of wonder and a mind buzzing with stories of the cosmos. From that night on, Bluebonnet never ceased to dream and believe in the magic of the stars. Close your eyes, breathe, and drift into a peaceful sleep.